What is good, people? We are back for another episode of the Not So Big Ben Show. I'm your host, Not So Big Ben, government name Ben Sladek, and we are so happy to fucking be back here today, fellas. Let's open this. There was a little smoke there, right? Okay, I don't know, but
a little smoke.
And the band is back together. The drum solo artist himself, the martial arts instructor himself. We were heartbroken. We thought he was gone forever. But no, I'm just kidding. I never thought that for 1 second. Pro is back.
Yo, what is good, man? It's your boy Pro at Proted on Instagram, man. And we back with another banger, man. It's been a while since I said that, man. Really just had some life stuff going on and, working. I had two friends that had 2 black belt tests that I had to help with. And
Hell yeah.
It was a process, but shout out to them because they both got it. And, yeah, man, just been enjoying life, getting closer to God, man, and, trying to stay on a humble path. But excited to be back, man, and just talk sports, man. I've been missing it, you know what I'm saying? I've been missing it a lot. So, yeah, it's great to be back, man.
Amen to that, brother. God is good. God is great all the time.
All the time.
We got Poe in the back, too, as always.
Yo, what's up, fellas? Got some show, not even a show announcement, but a little life announcement. You don't have to call me Papa or Daddy, but I'm going to be a dad, boys. My wife is pregnant.
Let's go.
Yeah, I got the blessing to share it on the show, but by the time it releases, we'll have announced. Terrified for sure. We were talking about wanting to have kids, and we're like, all right, let's try. And the next week, we're there. So somebody's fertile. I hope it's me. Anyways.
Yep.
That's my life check-in
I knew a
news.
week in advance. I just didn't want to say anywhere. So hell yeah, Papa Poe.
Congrats, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, boys.
Bro.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Fuck yeah, I don't know how we follow that, but MMA, WWE, NFL on fire right now. Unfortunately, we had some sad news, though, and we both want to pay our tributes. Allan, Nascimento, flyweight of the UFC, passed away in his sleep at 34 years old due to a heart attack. Close friend to Charles Oliveira. Just so sad to see. I mean, I felt like he just fought 2 months ago against Mitch Raposo, and it was a fun fight, and damn near won that fight. And I mean, it's just the life cut so short, and at 34 years old to have a heart attack, it just makes us all young men think like, hey, maybe we need to go to the doctor, get our physical, get
checked,
get yourself in. And I don't know what caused that. If so prayers up to you, man. And yeah, I don't have many words to say. It's sad to see though, for sure. But,
yeah.
I know right beforehand, though, if you caught that Serbia card, you caught a hell of a card, though, before you went on, because that card was absolutely insane from start to finish. Yeah. Usually when the fight night starts with a finish, the first fight of the night, starts with a finish, it should be a very, relatively good night. I mean, doesn't mean every fight's going to be good, but started out with Stephanie Luciano taking on Marina Spasic, first round rear naked choke, absolutely beautiful, Not the best punching setups though in those. But got a takedown and I thought
takedown and
I bet on that fight to go to a decision. So I'm like, yeah, I love a finish, but
yeah, it's
yeah.
I think with Spinach or whatever her name is, I don't know how to say her name.
Spinach. I'm sorry, that's funny.
That's what I'm just gonna call her. Because it was just like. The exchanges, first of all, both women left their head completely up in the air.
Yeah.
Like, it was so untactical in that aspect. Like, their head was on the center line the whole time. They were both being hit. And like I said, I think when it got to the ground, it didn't look like she had a chance when she got there. 'Cause she immediately gave up. Mm-hmm. I mean, the most prominent choke in the UFC, which is, what she got handled with. And I mean, good overall for Luciana. Her striking definitely needs a lot of work. She needs to feint a little bit more and put herself in better positions, at least on the feet. But on the ground, seems like she's comfortable there, and I would make that your game plan. I would feel like that's your style, and
Absolutely.
just kind of go off that. You still got a lot to do in the UFC, and a lot of women to go against, who are gonna be good on the striking. So styles makes fights. They always say that, and you know what I'm saying. If that's your style, to me personally, it looks like your style. I would keep that. Develop your striking over time, and yeah.
Strawweight too. I mean, a deep division right now.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, a lot of inactive. I mean, I think Dern is defending the belt next week. Yeah, next week against Robertson. Not a great card, 3:30, but that's another conversation. Right after, though, another first-round finish. Jovan Leka got the Serbian crowd. I think he was supposed to fight somebody else, and Popek was like a short notice. Popek fought at light heavyweight years ago against Jamal Hill.
You could tell.
Yeah, you could. But, I mean, and I was like, damn, he looked like the faster guy originally, Popek did, like with the leg kicks. But I'm like, he doesn't want to exchange.
I say because the power difference was just obviously to me.
But not even a punch. It was a bot. There was a beautiful
But he
body
landed
kick,
it,
too.
and from a big boy like that who knows how to land a precise strike like that, no less. So I think the right side of his body, which is the liver side, man, it's just you're going down after that.
He hit the
100%.
G spot.
Yeah, I mean nobody's getting up from a shot like that, especially from a guy who's like 265. I think he was 270.
It's almost a 50-pound weight difference.
It was-
I don't think I've ever seen that in the UFC.
It was insane, and yeah, it just to me it was clear power difference, and once he felt it, I feel like it was over. So shouts out to him, man. It's always great to get a win, in your hometown, and have your people be supportive of you and see you do, this spectacular thing, whether or not the fighter was on short notice or not. So yeah, props to him, man. It was good to see, and it was the start to a lot of finishes after too.
My God, I think there was only maybe 2 decisions the rest of that night, but excuse me.
I think they had the record for the most
Finishes in one card.
Yeah.
Crazy. And people thought that card was going to suck. I was like, you guys are sleeping on this one. But it's just because the name brands were not there. But it's a Serbia card. They're going to get their fighters on there. And a lot of debuts were there. But Nina Milicevic, I think she had a Serbian background, was raised in Australia, though, hit a picture-perfect body shot on Haley Cowan. I was looking away, and then I was like, oh, shit. And you watch that replay, and you heard the sound of it. You're like, oh, yeah, she got her good. And
Yeah.
Haley Cowan retired after that fight, and that's somebody who I was actually really high on when she got into the UFC. Unfortunately, went 0-4, but, I mean, it's not an easy thing. So congrats on, just even being able to get there. Heck of a journey, I mean, people are saying that she sucks, whatever. It's like you've never stepped in the octagon, so shut the fuck up. And, I commented on the Instagram, want to come on the show. She liked the comment, so we might have a new analyst on this show.
Yeah.
But that'd be cool. Perfect body shot, though. Right after another first-round finish in a fight that was honestly just terrible mismatch. Mataus for Betsy, he had lost 3 fights in a row before, but he had fought like really good guys and fought really well. And this is the first fight I feel like I saw him not bleed in against Kyle Propellic, who is now 0-5 in the UFC. And, it was good exchanges on the feet. And even if it stayed on the feet, I think Rebetzi was still the better striker.
Absolutely.
But he took him down and just ground and pounded the shit out. I mean, that was almost bullying in there, and I hate like crapping on someone for that, but that was almost too easy.
Yeah.
Like, there was levels in that one. So congrats to Rebetzi for that. Bogdan Grad got the first fight that went to the second round. Finish over Denis Bazukia via submission by arm triangle choke. Although I think Herzog fucked up badly. I don't think that guy tapped out. But he was getting his shit beat in, though, regardless, those 2 rounds. I mean, probably one of the better strikers I've seen come out of that camp, though, because, he's in the camp with Marab and Aljamain. I think they're on the same team. They're very close. Like, those are, like, the boys,
Yeah.
And, I mean, he was, like, landed some big shots, but, I don't know, Bogdan's just pace and landed, I think, got, like, 4 takedowns in that fight was just, too much. And, I mean, it was a he probably was on the verge of gonna make him black out because you could tell he was not going to tap out by the way he reacted to that stoppage.
Yeah, and I think, the stoppage. I think that's the reason why the stoppage was what it was, even though it didn't really look like he tapped. It's because you don't want to see a guy get to that point. Right?
No,
especially if you know a guy is tough and he's gonna make himself black out before he taps out. I think that's just for fighter safety, and like you said, it was already going there. Yeah, I mean, you could tell. I mean, he had it synced in real tight, and yeah, I think it was well deserved by Rebetsky, and I think it was just to remind people, who he is, and remind people that you still have,
Grad,
something.
you mean?
I mean, yeah, sorry. To just remind him, people who he is in that division, and that he could still, put on these fights, and just love to see him, gradually go up and try to be a contender in that weight division.
I mean, he fought Luke Riley well until that second round and just got clipped with a beautiful shot by Riley, who is probably one of the better boxers at 145 right now.
100%.
And could be a dangerous matchup going forward for a lot of featherweights. But, I mean, Bazookia, though, when he pushed the knee to, kind of try and separate, I think that's what Herzog thought was a tap. But when, if you just do basic jiu-jitsu, that is, a basic escape from that type of position. But either way, he was getting beat. But, I mean, it was a good competitive fight, though. But I don't know. I like to see them go out on their shield. But I just remember watching Aljamain because he was in the corner of Bazookia just going nuts. And I'm just like, yeah, that's what you want out of your teammate, though. But and then the first fight to go to decision was Borislav Nikolic taking this on short notice against Mark Vologdin, who hasn't won a fight in Dana White Contender Series or in the UFC, but he's just there because he's just a giant punching bag who can just take a bunch of punches. And a short guy, he's 5'3", I think, and the other guy was 5'9". I mean, he dropped Nikolic in the first 10 seconds, but that was really the only time Nikolic was hurt in that fight.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, it was just a one-sided beating, and I mean, Vologdin, and it kind of reminds me of, I think Angel Pacheco's another guy in that weight class who he just takes a beating but doesn't get finished. It's like, damn, this guy's a warrior. So Mick Maynard, Sean Shelby, I think Mark Vologdin versus Angel Pacheco would be a great fight to see which one can get their first win.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Nikolic, though, to come in on short notice and put on a performance like that, I think he's a Serbian guy, too. Good for you. I mean, after getting hurt in the first 10 seconds and just really making it look easy because, yeah, I mean, 5'9" versus 5'3", you saw the difference in that fight. And Vologdin was landing some bombs, too, though, to his credit. But and then right afterwards, man, I think we got to start at welterweight. Michael Oliveira, dude.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I mean, what was it? That jab he landed wasn't even that clean. It was just it sat down. Oben Elliott just looked like he had seen a ghost. And, I mean, it was lights out. And, when he was landing his ground and pound and Elliott's face down, it's like, oh, my God, this dude's dead. And he didn't even look like he got hit with a heavy shot.
Yeah, he's got this, type of... And I'm not comparing him to this fighter in any way, but I'm just saying the type. He's got this sneaky, Justin Gaethje type power where it's you might not think he can punch hard or the punches are hard, but if you see how flush they're landing and you see some of the reactions to these guys' punches, I mean, he's building up so much momentum, over these last couple of fights. And, I mean, it's really based off the power. I mean, his power looks like... You know what I'm saying? If you get hit, you're going to feel it. And, it was just really, to me, it was all around excellent, man. He's definitely a guy that I've been watching for some time now, and I've been wanting to see just progress and get better. And it just seems like he is, you know what I'm saying, especially with the power and the things that he can put together on the feet, man. I think he's going to be a real test for anybody. So, congrats to him. And it was just all out dominant, man. All out dominant.
For sure. And then another fun fight that followed right up after that, Tafik Masayev made quick work of Ludovic Klein. A big upset, some would think. I mean, I thought Klein was going to win that fight. And, Masayev was definitely landing heavy leg kicks, big shots up. I mean, Klein was almost immobile in that
Yeah.
fight because of the leg kicks that was landed, and Joe Rogan probably got a hard on from that. But I mean, beautiful work from Masayev, and he could be a player at lightweight, and he called out Bobby Green right after, and I'm all for that fight because I think that would be a fun
absolutely. Yeah.
fight. So good for you, man. I mean, and finishing off a Serbian in front of the Serbians, so you're doing your best heel work, if you will. But and then two guys who made their debuts, Milos Jancic and Noah Gyugnon. I was trying to listen to John Anik say it because he is so good at pronouncing all these names.
Yeah, I know.
Noah Gyugnon, yeah, he landed a big leg kick that just completely ruined Milos's movement and everything, and then got it taken to the ground, a quick rear naked choke, and that's all she wrote. And he's a young guy and a young French guy. I think they're lightweights, so I'm definitely intrigued to see who he gets matched up with next because he looks like a dangerous man.
Yeah, he's got a finish streak going on. I'm not sure how long it is, but
both of them had 100% finish rate going into that fight.
Yeah,
which is so crazy.
Yeah, which is wild, and to me, just it's a testament to the type of fighter he is. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, he could be a real pain. I'm not gonna lie for anybody, especially with leg kicks. If a guy knows how to throw really good leg kicks, man, it's a tough battle, especially a whole fight, 3 rounds. Man, it's one of those guys that you see that you got to go against, and you're like, fuck, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm going to have to go through some type of pain in my leg or whatever the case may be, just because they're so accurate and good with landing them. So, it'd be, to me, interesting to see where he goes next because I think whatever the fight is, it'll be a great fight who he goes against.
For sure. Yeah, so, I mean, young guy, too, and definitely probably going to be a big figure in French MMA. So, we'll see. But right afterwards, Gilbert Urbina probably had one of the bigger upsets of the year. Straight left, sat down Vlasto Chepo, who I was very high on coming into the UFC. And, I was almost like kind of watching him walking in the ring. I was like, did he just lose all his muscle or was he on like steroids before and he had to like piss himself clean because he looked like a completely different guy when he got in there. Mm-hmm. And Urbina, who to his credit had fought Medic at welterweight and moved up to middleweight and, landed a perfect shot. I mean, and Chepo, I mean, he was landed shots too, but it was almost like, oh my God, he's going to get knocked out if he keeps fighting like this. And then boom, just got sat right down. And it was a perfect shot from Urbina. And it was almost like a welcome to the UFC bitch type of punch.
Yeah.
I mean, like for real, because it was almost like this ain't the regional scene anymore, motherfucker. But
yeah,
good for you, Urbina, though. I think that was his first win, at least at middleweight. I don't know if he's won one at welterweight or not. I don't know much about him, to be honest, but he's wearing that cowboy hat riding out of there saying, yeah, this is America, motherfucker. But, good for him. And then the next fight, Valentin finished Robert Valentin finished Dusko Todorovic. You fucking Serbians are hard to pronounce your name. Jesus Christ. Via guillotine choke. Very great scrambles in that fight. Yeah. It was a lot of reversals. I was like, oh, whoa. But I was almost like, if this goes this way, this is Valentin's fight because his grappling is so good.
So good.
I mean, and that's what really got him like through the Ultimate Fighter coming up. But I was just like, if Todorovic wants to win this fight, he better get this motherfucker standing because, I mean, you could see Valentin was almost like putting all his energy in that grappling, and it worked out. I mean, it was once he got that guillotine, I'm like, he ain't getting out of that one because there was, I think he had another submission attempt before that, but I don't remember. I mean, that was just like okay, damn, all right, but good win for Valentin. Now on a winning streak, and I think for Switzerland, a weird post-fight interview, to be honest. I didn't understand a word those guys were saying, but that was something though. But then Alexander Rakic moved up to heavyweight, beat Marcin Tybura. And Rakic being a ranked heavyweight is kind of weird to think about now. But, looked great in the first round, kind of slowed down in the last 2 rounds, but he definitely still had the more speed advantage in that fight for sure. You could tell.
Absolutely.
I don't know if Tybura will be in the UFC after that fight. I don't mean to say anything, but you lost to a guy who was losing at light heavyweight. So I don't know where he goes from here. But, you know, good win for Rakic, even though it was kind of one of the only other decisions of that night. But, you know, I mean, Tabor is not an easy guy to finish by any means when you weigh a lot less than he does. I mean, yeah, the speed advantage was there, but it was like Tabor had been eating shots from, I don't even think Derek Lewis finished him, which is so crazy to think. But, and then, man, we got a star in the making in Navajo Sterling, dude.
Absolutely.
Holy shit. I think I was on the show when he last fought Kutilaba or whatever it was, and I was just like, you know, I'm not that impressed, but it was a good win. But this one was like, I mean, say what you want. I know Jan Blachowicz hasn't won a fight in years or whatever. Former light heavyweight champion of the world.
You cannot.
And took that on 2 weeks' notice.
Short notice.
And when he said like, oh yeah, I was on a little bit of a bender before and I saw that he was a minus 310 favorite, I was like, how? Because he was on a bender, and Jan Blachowicz is been like facing guys way better than he had than him. So and like Blachowicz fought Olberg, a very not fun fight, but very close decision too. But so and now, you know, Navajo is in the top 5, and Olberg's the champion of the world. They're both from City Kickboxing. Do we get a City Kickboxing fight for the light heavyweight championship?
I'm not gonna lie, for storyline, storytelling, you know what I'm saying, 2 guys from the same gym that are both good in the same weight classes, you know what I'm saying, that's like it right there.
I don't think their coaches would allow that, though.
You know, and probably not. I don't think they probably even want to fight each other. But
no.
What I will say, man, Sterling is he's a guy to watch out for, because nobody has done that to Jan. Nobody has made Jan look like that and done it so quickly and just, you know, completely put him out. And
Cut
like
that
you said,
high up too.
Jan is older, but the ground and pound, man, it was just like he was just on it, man, and you can tell, like, just he has a lot of potential and a lot of, I feel like a lot more from, you know, what people have to see. It's just, you know, his fights have been so, you know, early. And, you know, with Jan, it is getting to that time, man. You are 43, and you've had some wars, bro. He's been in some wars. And
he might need to retire.
I don't think the division is going to get any easier for you, especially getting, you know, toward the 45 mark, and, you know what I'm saying, and Father Time is really, really calling you. It's just, it's different, you know what I'm saying, and your body doesn't move the same. You can't move the same and work the same and punch the same and get out the way the same and feint the same. It's just, it's different, you know what I'm saying, and if you could find ways to adjust to training your age, if that makes sense, then you can. But I noticed with a lot of UFC fighters that they train still like they're the same age that they were when they were in their prime. And you cannot do that. That's just a big no-no, because you are not that same guy. You are not the same guy you were when you were 33, 34. So you have to make those adjustments, especially with your body. So just hope he's making those adjustments, and if he can and he can keep going, then, you know, proud to you, and you do your thing. But I personally don't want to see it, man, and that's just me personally.
No, and he did call out Robert Whittaker, Jan Blachowicz did, and, you know, I don't think that would go well for him at this point. I mean, maybe it could, but he is a lot bigger than Whittaker, though. But also, I think that'd be good for Whittaker to see, like, maybe can he really hang with the light heavyweights? Because I still think Jan Blachowicz is better than a guy like Nikita Krylov, though.
Yeah.
I mean, Krylov's a little older, too, but I don't know. But then the main event of that night, we might have a star in the making, another welterweight star, but in front of that Serbian crowd, getting a 30-second knockout over Daniel Rodriguez. And, you know, props to Daniel Rodriguez for even getting back in there after everything he went through in that. And, I mean, watching that embedded, like, everything he went through was incredible. I don't know how anybody could do that, man. Like, Mexican, like, outside of the United States, out of your own country, in a Mexican jail cell.
Yeah.
I still don't know what he did exactly, but
I think he got caught with weed, and
which is crazy because I thought that was normal.
And like
in Mexico.
something about like it messed up some maybe in his probation, or like, I know he had got some time before, and it went from like I think like a 2-month sentence to like an 8-month sentence. Mm-hmm. and he was practically like just gone for the the whole year after his Kevin Holland fight.
Yeah. And he looked great in that fight too.
Yeah, which I personally was like, I need to see this guy more, but then after that, it's kind of like we didn't see him for a while.
He did not look anything like he did in that Kevin Holland fight.
And
Medic just might be just that much faster than him.
And I think Medic, man, is like he's a fun fighter to watch.
Yeah.
Like he is so fun. Like even the walkout, like when he came out. And like he had his little song, and it was a song that the whole crowd knew, and
there was just flares in the crowd.
The aura of just Serbia when he came out was like, it's just different when those type of countries can put on for a fighter. Like the UK's, like Serbia, like the France's. You know what I'm saying? These guys just they have so much. How do I say it? Just so much of being together with their culture and with who they love, and their country is super supportive of them and what's going on around, because he's representing his country at the end of the day. He's I think, for what I could say, is the top guy from that country in the UFC, and he's got a lot of hype around him. So yeah. I think he just solidified that card and telling Dana, hey, you need to come back to Serbia, because Serbia, the whole crowd, the whole night to me was just
amazing,
awesome.
dude.
Bro, you seen their basketball games? Like clips like their basketball games and like some like soccer games. Like the environment in Serbia, it's like crazy. Like someone asked like Jokic one time, like, are you scared to go play in, I don't know, Minnesota or whatever it was? And he was like, nah, man, I'm from Serbia. Go check the clips.
Yeah.
Nikola Jokic is it's a fucking animal, dude.
Animal, dude, and his brothers.
Yeah, I think their brothers like pulled up on somebody during one game for something, but
I believe
but I mean, dude, the fact that was the first card in Serbia ever is nuts, and they have to go back after that. You have to. Like, they probably deserved a pay. I mean, I know it's not pay-per-view anymore, but like a numbered event, where like titles on the line, and if Uros Medic is ever able to challenge for a title, I mean, if they held that in Serbia, I would feel bad for whoever the champion is, because they're going to get assaulted like no other. It's going to be like Conor McGregor fans, like, who versus whoever he fights in a way. But hell of a night in Serbia, man, and hats off to you guys. And, the MMA world is just killing it right now. And Raul Rosas' brother is signed with the UFC. He's fighting, I think, this Saturday against Miles Johns. So, well, are we going to have another Chiwi? I don't know if he's older than Raul or not, but hopefully he's a little more fun than Raul. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. I just can't. I like Raul's personality, but I don't love watching him fight. I'm sorry. And then you got Joel Alvarez filling in for Jeff Neal, who was another guy that Medic knocked out in a beautiful punch, but he'll be filling in to take on Chidi and Njokuani at UFC 330. The China fight, which is headlined by Umar Nurmagomedov and Song Yadong, added Jack Jenkins and Sean Woodson fighting each other, that's a very, very underrated fight. And then you got the Noche main event is official with John Silva, and Yair Rodriguez is staying at featherweight. I thought he was going to move to lightweight from rumors that I heard, but I guess not, and I guess John Silva's just gonna make him his bitch, because I don't see how that goes any other way.
I definitely don't see Yair really doing anything with John. I think after the Roofy fight, he just got so much better, and especially on the feet. And Yair is kind of getting to that point where he's been in the UFC a long time, and again, another one of those guys who's just been in wars and hasn't just been really looking the same, you know what I'm saying? At least like he used to. And so I think it's a great fight to headline, and I think it'll be a good crowd and a lot of people will be there. I just don't think he pulls it off that night.
No. Should be a fun one, though, for how long it lasts. But and then 331, they broke the news yesterday about Van and Pantoja. We broke that news weeks ago, though. So journalism,
Journalism. Some big J journos in here. Big
journos.
Yeah.
But the co-main, it was supposed to be Charles Oliveira versus Arman Sarukian. Unfortunately, with the passing, I think Oliveira's not going to fight now, and it's going to be Sarukian versus Mauricio Rufy. Sarukian probably should be fighting for the title, but that's another conversation. But I mean, I love Mauricio Rufy, but I think Sarukian's going to just toy with him like a doll. I don't see how this goes any other way.
Yeah, I mean, and here's what I'll say. This is like a classic striker versus wrestler like matchup. And to me, like I'm just going to give you my keys to what I think each person can win. I think Rufy, he's keeping the fight in the open space, right? I think you have to keep it in open space. Give yourself space to operate. Use those kicks, you know what I'm saying? Those leg kicks. And, you know what I'm saying? Also, I think knees to the body, or even when he gets in close, just throwing up a quick knee, I think will deter and, you know what I'm saying, and keep Armand thinking. Another thing for me, for Rufy, he has to stay off the fence. If he's against that fence and Armand catches you against that fence, I'm telling you it's over at that point, because he is super good once he gets you up to the fence and then he pulls you away from that fence. If he gets you on the ground in the middle of that ring, it's over. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get back up. So I think if he just keeps his space, his striking is dangerous enough to hurt anybody. So that's my take for him. And then for Sarukian, obviously make this a wrestling matchup. You know what I'm saying? Chain wrestling. Control the top position and don't give Rufy room to explode. You know what I'm saying? Don't give him those short bursts to get comfortable, because when Rufy gets comfortable, it is terrifying. It is terrifying when he gets comfortable, because he starts throwing these spinning kicks and he's throwing all different types of stuff. And when he opens that onslaught, some of that shit you can't see. You know what I'm saying? And he's that good. He's been working with guys like Volk, so I'm sure he's gotten better and got more tools in his toolbox. And this fight really does determine who gets the next lightweight title shot. I think, with Charles and Sarukian, they were like the two that everybody thought it was in between. And I personally thought Sarukian deserved it.
He beat Charles.
Because he beat Charles. So in that stance, thinking putting 1 + 1, 2 + 2, Sarukian deserves it. But all in all, still a really good fight to me, and I'm definitely going to watch it. I just think it could go either way. I think the game plan is the biggest thing in this fight. If they can impose their style of which they fight and the game plan of which they want to put into that fight, I think it's over for either one, whoever does that.
Agreed. Other fights that were announced for that: Ivu Baranowski will be taking on Alonzo Menafield. Giga Chikadze will be taking on Joe Anderson Brito, and Bruno Ferreira will be taking on Edmund Shabazian. Pretty good card from what I saw. So
yeah, not to forget, Ortega and Moicano are fighting on that card as well.
Yes,
which we
did announce that last show.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good.
I just love watching them fight.
I only wanted to say that just because I'm like, hey, journalism. I announced it. So
Moicano, I think that's another easy one for him on the strike.
This is revenge for him, though. Ortega won the last. I think. I don't know. I think Ortega won the first fight against them. It's a rematch. So
if Moicano could stay disciplined on the feet and avoid getting caught in a submission scramble, I think it's lights out. And again, it's just about who imposes their style more. It's kind of a style fight. So yeah, it'll be interesting to really see what goes on.
For sure. And I think I announced this last time too. The UFC's going to Edmonton. Joaquin Buckley and Mike Malott are headlining the place. That's gonna be a fun fight. And I think Mike Malott's gonna drown him out, because Buckley, if he doesn't work on that ground game,
oh my goodness,
forget it.
Yeah.
And Mike Malott's a fucking savage. I mean, but then also UFC 332 is headed to Salt Lake City, Utah. No main event announced. Johnny Walker versus Mick Parkin. I think Johnny Walker was actually supposed to fight at the Serbia card. Mm-hmm. I don't know what happened with that, but I guess he's going to make his heavyweight move and fight then. Did I announce the 333 main event last time I was here? Because they haven't announced yet, and journalism still trying to figure.
Think so.
Oh,
I could be wrong.
Alexander Volkanovski will be defending against Movsar Evloev. You heard it here first. They haven't announced yet, but, journalism. That's the main theme of this podcast, though. Journalism. But in outside news for the fighters, Anthony Smith, holy shit. I don't know what the fuck happened. I also discovered that he was half black. I never knew that until the news came out. And the wife forgave him, but that's her decision. But I think he threatened to run her over. He attempted 3 times to run her over with a car, and made
allegedly.
Yeah,
say that.
Yeah, again, there's no footage, but he was facing 20 years in prison, which is crazy. But I don't know. It's a scary thing with fighters. We saw it with Dustin Poirier. And by the way, I just saw a photo of him recently. He's definitely on those steroids. He is looking jacked as shit. It's going to be bad. I can't say the last part, but I could get canceled. But I don't want to do that. But Anthony Smith, though, I don't know where you going here. Just hope for the best, and hope that, your kids aren't affected by this going forward, and hope the wife is okay, and just hope you get the help you need, brother. And, it can't be worse than the Ian Gary PR disaster going on right now.
Brother.
Oh, that's really bad.
Fuck, man. He makes it so hard to like him, man. It's just
you want to because he's such a good fighter.
Because he could whoop your ass. That's the thing. And it's
and that's sucks.
That's the part that sucks. It's this guy's so if he wasn't Ian Gary, he would be the corniest fucking just
still is corny.
Whatever guy in the world. He still is, but it's just oh man, that video was fucking. That was horrific, bro. Him standing outside with the flowers and shit.
Was that real or was that AI?
I thought that was real.
I don't know. Well, I was talking about when he said, I cry watching Disney movies. The world would be better if it was run by women, which, that's not a slight against women, but you got to understand, you're talking to alpha males, and, maybe, what if Brendan Schaub said, just shut up and fight, and I'm kind of with him.
It's not the best. It was not the best thing to say in the UFC sport, you as a UFC fighter, because in fighting, let's just be honest, you know what I'm saying? But he's kind of done this to himself, and he has a chance to prove everybody wrong and prove to everybody that he is the real deal, and no matter what happens, that he could possibly be the best fighter in the world if he beats Islam. So it's definitely something that we'll have to see, I guess.
Will he look as good as Bobby Green did against that pro boxer, if you will, though? Because Bobby Green done toyed with that boy, but that's another conversation. What am I missing right now, though? Tom Holland and Jonah Hill, are they going to be making UFC runs, though? I don't know if you saw Tom Holland on the mitts. Looked pretty good. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
The movement and everything, too. I was like, holy shit. I also just watched The Odyssey a few days ago. Great movie.
Yeah. Great movie. Who had the worst acting performance in that movie? Who would you say?
I don't know. I didn't really think. Who do you think?
I thought it was Tom Holland. I was parlaying that.
I just couldn't buy him as that character in that movie.
It's we're getting a little off topic, but the movie moved along 20 years and he just looked the same.
Yeah.
All right. But anyway, neither here nor there.
No. I'm with you, but I still got to go see Spider-Man, by the way. But,
yeah.
And then Jonah Hill all of a sudden is becoming he's like, I will annihilate all of you. I did one class of jujitsu. And nothing against jujitsu, but if you don't know any striking, you ain't. I don't know. Yeah. I think I would beat Jonah Hill's ass, but that's another conversation. Hey,
I feel like there was definitely a, hey, I've gotten bullied and you can't bully me anymore type of deal. It's just
exactly.
Good for him,
you only say that when somebody has tested you or you feel
yes,
you know what I'm saying?
It's usually it's the quietest in the room is probably the most badass. It's
I thought that's what you were gonna say.
I could beat up all you guys in here.
Fucking annihilate. Yeah. Anybody that says that,
yeah.
I'm okay, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's my point. It's okay, buddy.
Now, against people who have never trained, sure, he could probably annihilate them, but I don't know. And then they had memes of him in a jiu-jitsu gi with the Dustin Poirier stance in the airport. I'm like, Oh boy, this is great.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, love Dustin Poirier though, and hope all is well with him. But I'll talk about WWE later on. But I want to dive into some quick football news though. Aaron Rodgers. I'm so proud to have that guy as my quarterback. I plead the fifth. Fuck Diana Rossini. Fuck Anthony Fauci. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Ho, ho. And man, Mike McCarthy's looking slim. The defense is looking good. The offense, we could be a problem this year. I'm buying into the hype a little too much.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I mean, I definitely say, like you said, everybody's looking good and the team's looking good. My biggest thing is just being healthy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the league is a game of who can stay the healthiest throughout the year. And then once you get to the playoff, it's just like, okay, now it's really about playing. And that's why I feel like the playoffs are so, much more watched and people pay attention more to it because it's more of the, what I'm saying, the teams that have gotten through the year and have done that. I think if y'all stay, completely healthy and what I'm saying, you can win those tough games. I truly believe that the Steelers will be in the playoffs this year.
For sure. I mean, the Ravens are the only team that scares me. The Bengals are supposedly a favorite to win our division. I'll believe it when I see it.
Right.
Can we say the Bengals have a good 8-game stretch? That's after
Before we say
2022.
A 2-game stretch.
I mean,
forget an 8-game stretch. Have they ever won 2 games in a row? Every year, they're the fucking threat to win it all. Oh, Joe Burrow. I'm sorry, that guy belongs in a fucking ambulance. Jamar Chase runs his mouth more. I mean, he's a great receiver, but he spits more than he's ever in the playoffs. And, I mean, Jesus Christ. I fucking hate the Bengals with everything in me. Excuse me, guys.
No, I'm just...
Is it bad for me to say, can we stop putting Joe Burrow in top 5 quarterbacks?
No,
I'm with you.
I'm so with you, bro.
Can we stop doing that? Because he has not proven shit other than that first year.
You're spot on. Next year.
He's missed the playoffs more than he's made it.
All right, next year, in this random situation, I'm rolling with Dak over Joe Burrow.
100%.
Is that crazy?
Right.
Is that crazy? I don't think it is.
Now.
I don't think it is.
Right now.
Bro.
I'm taking, dude, Dak, people
hate on Dak,
because he's the Cowboys quarterback.
It's really because we're the most hated team in the league.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
you
saying?
are.
So everybody's going to hate us and be like this, bro. But if you looked how Dak played, like I said, he fucking carried us last year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to be honest, like I said, setting us up and going off of numbers and just consistently getting better, he's consistently gotten better.
You look at his game log from the past 6-7 years, bro. He's a stud.
Bro.
And you knock him on the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
You knock him on which is fine.
It's a team effort.
It's a team effort, but I said,
you can't win with a defense looking like how Diggs has been looking for the past.
Oh my
2,
God.
3
I don't
years.
even think he's anywhere right now, Trayvon Diggs.
You know what I'm saying?
And he shouldn't be.
He shouldn't be. I don't know why he had so much hype. I mean, he had that 1 year, which he had.
Interceptions kind of skew how you think about corners a little bit. He had 10 or 11
Dan
picks.
Quinn's system, he has not been a good corner.
No, he hasn't been. He hasn't been.
I mean, to be fair, and speaking of, Dan Quinn's the Redskins coach now. They just signed his brother, Stephon Diggs, I think yesterday, and now we're gonna have the Bears versus the Commanders versus who has the gayer player. I mean, truth be told, though, that does fill a massive hole for Washington, though. Him and Terry could be really good, but again, I think they're like a third-place team in their division at best.
You would like that, filling massive holes, dude.
Yeah,
you like that? No, honestly, I was like all the camp stories. I feel like you guys, both the boys and the Steelers, I feel like the vibes are pretty high right now.
Yeah, they're good.
Opposite in Tampa, but we honestly do not even have to talk about it if you don't want to.
Y'all just hey, you
I
signed
think-
Ifeatu Melifonwu at safety though.
Yeah, I mean, we're filling in we're filling in the gaps a little bit. I'm hoping, when does Baker play his best? When his back's against the wall.
Yeah.
It's contract
Dude, this is
year.
the biggest chip on his shoulder.
We wouldn't
especially-
break him off. I hope he is an MVP candidate. We make it to the playoffs, and I hope we have to pay him $1 billion. That's what I hope happens.
That's just definitely his that needs to be his end goal story. Because, I mean, but I feel like if anybody, I feel like Baker is the one to put a fire up his own ass.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
will
I'm saying?
never bet against the guy who walked on to 2 schools and won a Heisman
Bro,
Trophy.
he's got no
Legendary.
fear though.
Legendary,
He's
dude.
he's
You watch him on quarterback?
he's
unbelievable. The quarterback show on Netflix,
Yeah.
I think. The guy.
he's not a Manziel,
he
bro.
will talk
I'm
to-
telling you,
No,
people were so comparing to Manziel.
Manziel never studied worth
No,
of shit.
he's so much more of a QB and so much more of a. He was just like what Manziel needed to be in the.
Yeah, no, yeah,
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like I said, he just has it. And if anybody to, like I said, get a fire lit under their ass and be like, okay, you motherfuckers think that I'm not who I say I am. Okay, let me prove it. And I think, like I said, big year. Curious to see. Definitely curious to see. Because if he does, then what the fuck are you gonna say? You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
and we always, because we're in the NFC South, our goal is always like a game and a half to 2 games less wins wise than any team, because the Falcons are going to be top 3 worst team in the league. Carolina, Bryce Young, I do not think is good, and also their whole team's hurt. And then the Saints are obviously trending upwards, kind of emerging.
I
But
think the Saints finish ahead of both Carolina and Atlanta.
I think
they
that's safe.
have over 8 wins.
Saints.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think over 8 wins.
Yeah.
I think Shuck is
Maybe 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Well, and they
yeah.
just Chris Olave, people thought he got overpaid. I don't think so. I thought he deserved that contract. I mean,
He was a bright spot on their
he
offense
was
for sure.
great.
Yeah.
I thought he was really good last year.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely played better when Tyler Shuck came along. And truth be told, I didn't think Spencer Rattler played that bad. I mean, the last 2 games before he got benched was not great, but I thought Rattler looked okay. Like, we were talking about him like he was a top 20 quarterback.
Yeah, I mean they lost a bunch of games, but a lot of them wasn't him.
No,
necessarily.
no. Like the defense is still a little shaky in New Orleans, but they got a lot of bright spots over there. Something happened in New Orleans just recently. Taysom Hill left there, so they don't have their Swiss Army knife anymore.
Where'd he go?
I don't know.
streets?
Sean Payton's talking about bringing him into Denver.
Dude,
Say what you want about. I mean, the fact you got passing touchdowns, receiving touchdowns, rushing touchdowns, tackles.
Yeah.
Is crazy.
Yeah, he's like a useful player, but how do you determine his worth?
You
If he throws 3 a year, runs 6 a year, and gets 12 tackles on special teams, like what is that worth?
think
he's just a
what is
football
that
guy.
worth?
I think you have to keep him that way.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
do
Because
too.
that's what made him him.
You got to keep
you
him
know what I'm
the
saying?
utility knife.
And I think
You just love a football guy.
he's
like
been
that.
injured. I'm pretty sure, right in the past.
I think the last 2 years for sure. Yeah.
So maybe that's the only thing where you can say, okay, maybe we can't use you as much because of injuries. But man, I like him on offense personally. I love to see him in that backfield and when they make plays, you can use him anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Whether he wants to run or pass, like you said. So I think on any team he's going to be useful, especially if you got guys that get hurt.
Well, even if the ball's not in his hand and he's on the field just lined up in the formation, you're kind of like
You still have to.
you're thinking
Yeah, you
is
still
it
have to
gonna
think.
go to him? But then it'll be like a handoff to Kamara or who Jordan Tyson now I guess is their number 2 in New Orleans who
Yeah.
could be very very good. But we'll see. I mean the vibes are great in New Orleans and not great in Tampa right now.
I will
But
say-
it doesn't. It's all smoke and mirrors season.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would say Jordan Tyson is a great wide receiver, bro. I watched some of his highlights last year, and he's so strong and long as a receiver, and knows how to pinpoint. When receivers are real good at pinpointing that thing, and can get up there like a Julio or like a Calvin Johnson, and can use their body really well. I think if he adds more muscle, man, he's gonna be fucking dangerous.
For sure. And, all this Baker talk earlier is making me think of players who got extended. Philadelphia paid Jalen Carter big time. Could be a spit in the face to other defense tackles. Shout out to Dak Prescott. You didn't deserve that by any means. Vikings extended offensive tackle Brian O'Neill to protect Kyler Murray, I would assume. It can't be J.J. McCarthy, right?
Nah, bro, that was Kyler's job
Yeah.
the second that he signed.
Uh,
JJ could be traded before the season.
I think J.J.'s behind Carson Wentz. If anything, if he's still on the team. But
Yeah.
Browns extended both Grant Delpit and Denzel Ward, keeping their secondary intact. Will they have much of a pass rush without Myles Garrett? Probably not, but, Jared Verse is a good player, I guess, though. But Ravens, holy shit, overpaid the fuck out of Zay Flowers, though. $140 million? No way.
No fucking way.
No way would you ever get that out of me.
No.
I mean,
I thought it was a typo when I first saw it on Twitter
that.
or whatever.
Now, he's one of probably Lamar's best receiver he's ever played with by far. But
He'll just I've had him on fantasy a couple times. He'll just disappear for like 6-game stretches throughout the year.
he had more fumbles than touchdowns last year.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, don't get me wrong, he's got the skills to do it though. Like, he's got the quickness, like the route running. He's got it, especially in a run first offense. Like, his production is there, but I don't think I would. I mean, and now you got Puka Nakua's probably looking at that contract like, yo. Now, he's got, like, off the field, he's got to take care of that stuff, though, first and foremost, because this offseason was not very kind to him and because of his own doings. But
haven't heard much about him this summer, which is probably a good thing.
A good thing.
Yeah.
Walk out of the studio and he's going to get arrested.
Yeah.
We walked out of the studio and Max Crosby's trade got rescinded. So
Puka Nakua wanted for firearms, arrested with the Nelk boys.
DUI.
Yeah.
Does he hang out with those losers?
He has.
I think he has in the past. Yeah.
Those guys are clowns. The Lions took your linebacker, though, Devin White. He got a 1-year deal.
Who? He was on the Raiders last year.
He was. He had a little resurgence.
They can have him. I had to pay him to leave. Bro, he was so good this first 2 years, and then it's like he forgot football instincts.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was really, his drop off was like disgusting to watch.
It was honestly sad.
Really bad.
You watched him, you're like, holy shit, this guy's gonna be a
freak athlete.
Like him and Levante David next to each other for years. You were thinking like, my God. And I was like, oh, maybe it's Todd Bowles' scheme. But then he went to Philadelphia, flamed out there very quickly. And I'm glad he found his foot with the Raiders, and maybe he'll find it again in Detroit. And because they're a physical football team, and being next to Jack Campbell, who's one of the better linebackers in football right now, won't have to do too much, It's kind of like any linebacker that's right next to Luke Kuechly in their career, like Thomas Davis, for example. But Deebo Samuel, he thought he had it good, and then he's back in San Francisco. I don't know if it's because every player and their mama is getting hurt in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Jesus, I've been seeing they've signed receivers and linebackers that I can't even name that have been they've been on teams but never number ones or anything like that. Just get out there and block somebody as a tight end. Get out there and so. But I think Deebo back in San Francisco, I think that's good for him though. And
to me, it's just like, imagine that team healthy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, oh my goodness. Like, I really feel like if they could just stay healthy, they would be such a good team and make a run. But it's like, dude, it was just like they were dropped and left and right these past 2 weeks. Like, I know Mike Evans he's got some hamstring thing going on, and a few key players on that defense, and like I said, it just sucks for me to see them like that, because I feel like they have real good potential on a real healthy team, and it just sucks. It's the league, though. You know what I'm saying? It's what happens. And I still wonder that, like, what in training camp causes these people to get injured so much? Like,
you've seen this. You seen the story of the substation with the Niners.
Yes.
Like there's a big power plant, Wi-Fi, I don't know what it is, but they've had like close to double the amount of injuries to their players over the last, since it's been up.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But Kyle Shanahan can go out there with 11 practice squad players and win 7 games. So
I mean, he's fucking hurt though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother
For sure.
conversation.
For sure.
But Yeah, I hope you're okay. I mean, the fact he almost lost to
Bro, I'm gonna say he's like it was almost bad.
I mean,
like almost
40 stitches in the face.
People were
That's
wondering
crazy.
if Brandon Ayuk was the driver of that. But then again, it was actually Kyle Shanahan who crashed into the car.
He
so
did.
That ruined all the theories.
Yeah.
The way Brandon Ayuk is going, he's gonna be driving a fucking school bus,
Bro.
in a second.
The short bus one.
Yeah,
Exact.
to the Looney Tune.
Dude, like, honestly, it gets sad. Like, you're like, are you okay for real? I mean, what are you doing?
That's just like there's got to be when you get that rich and whatever. Like, there's got to be people in your corner that aren't like yes man and be like, yo, you gotta fix, you gotta chill.
But he's probably given those people in his corner all that money he got.
Yeah, it's true.
And like he went on Instagram and he's like, "Oh, they're mad that they paid me." Like, yeah, I'd be mad if I gave you that money too.
He should have never got that contract to begin with. But
I mean,
yeah, I don't know.
That 1 year he had is all he had in 2023.
And he caught like 70 balls.
I mean, he had like 20 yards after catch.
He did. He did, but yeah, it's like people are like, I don't know about CTE, and then like you see him, it's like, there's probably some truth to that.
No, there's Antonio Brown too, but Antonio Brown put up like consistent years to act the way
like at least he like proved himself before he got to the point. It's like
the Tampa Bay legend.
He was
Antonio Brown.
No, for real.
That was a great storm out if I've ever seen one.
Oh man, watching that live or like hearing about it and then like seeing it on social media was the funniest thing ever.
It's the first time my father-in-law heard me curse. We were watching the game, and I was like, "What the fuck is he doing?" Like, can I say that yet? It was like a month in. It's like, I don't know, the vibe. Crazy.
That's
word.
crazy. Yeah. Tampa Bay though, oh man, that was a fun. Those were some good teams that they had.
And it was some good teams.
That was honestly that team I thought was better than the year that won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we had some. It was Byron Leftwich. Don't make me go down that rabbit hole of him again. But God, it's
remember
so
when
bad.
he was supposed to be the Jaguars head coach?
Bro, I just like I don't understand. Like I don't pretend to be some football savant. I don't but I watch every single snap of the Bucs every year. And when he was up for a job, I just thought to myself, "There's no way in fuck." There's no way. You cannot watch these games and tell me that he deserves one of the 32.
Yeah.
Anyway, next question.
Yeah, drop back Pat. Yeah. Oh God. Anyway, the Bills have some locker room drama. C.J. Gardner-Johnson filming in the locker room. Then coach told him to stop, and I guess he got forgiven because he paid off those student loans for that one. Cool gesture, but. Typical C.J. Gardner-Johnson to be like filming, and the coach is like, "Hey, you shouldn't be doing that in the locker room." So
it's another guy I'd send to Mars tomorrow if I could.
But hey, the running backs are getting paid right now. Bijan Robinson, I think Jonathan Taylor got extended this morning, and
he did.
I believe Jahmyr Gibbs within a few hours ago, right?
I haven't checked the Gibbs.
I thought I saw Jahmyr Gibbs get a contract, but well, great running backs, well deserved, especially Bijan Robinson. Who's gonna probably have to carry the load, especially if Tua is going to be their starter week 1. I hope to God Tua is.
With that offensive line,
with the Falcons playing the Steelers, that'll be the easiest Steelers win I've ever seen ever. And this could age terribly, but I'd feel a lot more comfortable playing Tua than I would Penix. And I mean, Penix, I don't even know if he's going to ever play again. Like, what did you guys think? Like, let's replace an injury-prone quarterback with another injury-prone quarterback?
Yeah, it was dumb decisions.
I don't know, man. But there are quarterback battles going around. We saw J.J. McCarthy with Kyler. We discussed that earlier. What's the other one? Not necessarily quarterback battle, but Will Levis for the Titans said the other day that there are not 32 starting quarterbacks better than him. And quite frankly, I agree. There's probably 64. What? Like, hey, you know what? Good for having confidence in yourself. But I don't even think you're the back of the Titans right now. I think that's Mitchell Trubisky if I had to guess. But
yeah. Seeing what Cam Ward did with the shit that he had of a team, and then seeing what Will Levis did, it's like, bro, you can't compare yourself to anybody. No. You know what I'm saying? Especially how, like, people were making memes of how bad you were fucking playing.
Those first 4
every week,
like
he was a meme.
The one where he's on his knees and he's like, That shit is so. That's like one of the funniest ones ever. Like,
Or when they played the Jets the week after, and like he threw the ball backwards. They're up 7-0. You don't turn the ball over. You like kick a field goal at worst, make it 10-0. And he turns the ball over, and then their coach at the time, Brian Callahan's running down the sideline, going, "What the fuck are you doing?" And quite frankly, and people are like, "Oh, he's belittling his player." I'm like, "No, you turn the ball over on 3rd and long and cost your team points. Like, I might kill the guy, honest to God." But
It's the NFL, bro.
like
It's the NFL. Like, come on.
Yeah.
he's it's very Carson Wentz-esque of him to do something like that. But Cleveland Browns quarterback competition's heating up. Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson, and I gotta tell you, man, Shadeur's footage is not looking good right now, dude. I mean, the way he throws that ball, I almost feel like I could walk faster than when he delivers it. He underthrew Casey Concepcion, and Casey got his shoulder hurt. Ah, man, I don't know, dude. But then there's just Deshaun Watson, who
bro, I'm telling you, like,
I don't know.
to me, it's so hard with him, right? Because it's just like, why? I don't know why he keeps like. And I guess, he has put himself there. He had his little time in Texas, but I don't see him. He's kind of like in the same boat of just like the injuries and with everything and him getting older. He's just not the same person. Like, he's not the same quarterback. And I don't think you're ever going to get that out of him now.
No, you're not.
Like I said, him compared to Shedeur, I have to personally watch more myself, but I think that QB position is going to be up in the air for the first 5 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Just because it really, really just depends on what version to me of Deshaun Watson you're going to get. Which, like I said, I just don't think you're going to get what you ever thought he was going to be when he was in the Texans or anything like that. So it's up in the air. I feel like. If anything, during the season is when he needs to prove himself. And if he gets that opportunity, man, you're going to have to show something. Because if he goes back to the same Deshaun Watson and makes... It's just like what you just said with that guy. Like, his football instincts, like, just went down. Like, it just seemed like everything, the reads that he used to make and, like, the way that he played the game, it just, like, after the injury... And, injuries happen. Like, they cause that. But it just... It's never looked the same, and I don't have hope that it ever will.
No.
So it just says where the Browns are with their fucking organization when they have Deshaun
I'll say
Watson.
this, though. I watched Todd Monken speak today to his team. I don't know if you guys saw that tape. I know people are like, "Oh, old guy." I'd run through a wall for that man. I mean, my God, he can motivate. He can motivate a team, more than John Harbaugh did with the Giants. That was bad, but. What were you gonna say though, Poe? You looked like you were.
Oh, I was just gonna say. I was just gonna say. Deshaun Watson had the audacity to say, like, "Yeah, I want another contract with Cleveland. Me and my wife love it here."
That's
it's
so
like,
fucking
bro,
crazy.
You've taken $200+ million from 4 years and
Hey,
8 wins to show for it. It's
Hey,
crazy.
if I finessed a team like that, I probably would too, though. To be honest, I mean, 19 games, and to his credit, that year in Houston when they traded D-Hop away, he was throwing to like guys I'd never heard of, and he was leading the league in passing. And I think there was a mistake to sit out for the year. And I mean, granted, even if he didn't sit out the following year, he was probably going to get suspended either way because can't not canoodle or whatever, I mean, he's not Justin Herbert canoodling bad because I know we've seen that.
Yeah, I saw that during practice.
Hey, you know what? Good for you guys. Congrats on the engagement, though. Madison Beer. I honest to God don't even know who she is or how she got famous, but
I tell you how she got famous for being a little slooty sloot. Is how she got famous.
really, I thought somebody said she.
Oh, she's been around, bro.
Bro, my favorite thing from what someone asked Jackson Dart his celebrity crush, and he goes, Madison Beer.
And his first start, he beat Justin Herbert. Yeah, what a crazy game that was.
Yeah.
The Chargers were 3-0, the Giants were 0-3, and
Yeah.
what were you gonna say though?
I'm sorry. This is like off topic. This has just popped up in my head. I don't know if you were going to this or not.
No, go ahead.
Can we talk about how scary the fucking Rams defensive line
Oh
is?
God.
Like,
Oh yeah, Aaron Donald. Yeah.
like, just their defense in general. It's like,
Well, Myles Garrett hasn't been practicing recently though.
He don't need to, bro. He needs to just sit his butt down till we.
I'm just saying, I don't know.
I don't-
Do we need to be concerned?
I don't
Or is
think
this all
so.
smoke and mirrors?
I think they are going to. I bet you they're probably the odds-on favorite. I bet you they're the betting favorite.
I bet they're gonna have the best running game or run game defense in the league.
I'm gonna tell.
I don't see anybody getting past that.
Something even grosser I saw today was a photoshopped Vita Vea in the Rams front line.
Oh my goodness!
Like
Forget it.
Just put that big ass human in the cover up the A
Oh,
gap.
yeah, and then you gotta have Aaron Donald look right on his left or right. Yeah, forget
Like
it.
what the like?
Yeah, it's crazy,
It's-
bro.
And they're probably gonna have Myles Garrett moving left to right. Like, remember when they played the Titans and he was in Cleveland and the tight end would motion and Myles would follow him and then he'd follow him again and then the Titans called the timeout. It was almost like, holy
I'm just thinking
shit.
of some of these offensive lines, and I'm like, bro, like you are gonna get fucking terrorized, like
Yeah.
on Sundays. Like some of these teams, you know what I'm saying, like the Dolphins or like Atlanta or like Arizona, like bro, they're gonna get fucking
Oh my
murdered.
God, dude, that's
Arizona
varsity.
specifically. Oh
I
my!
was gonna say that's gonna look like varsity versus JV. but-
I don't think that's gonna be competitive.
I mean-
competitive anyway.
Quick shot. I mean, for the Rams specifically, though, with the Seahawks, though, I think they're welcoming that challenge. The way I watched, like the Hard Knocks and Mike McDonald's, just he's got that team dialed in.
That's gonna be
all the
great
time.
to see this
And
year.
their offensive line was okay last year, but I feel like they're gonna have like a great plan in terms of that. And people are like, well, Aaron Donald hasn't played in 2 or 3 years. I think he's gonna end up signing, and I think 2 or 3 years or 2 years since he last played, he's gonna still be the best. Like, yeah, what makes you think he's not?
Yeah, if
Yeah.
he's in, if
He's been an all-pro his entire career.
yeah, if he's in shape, which we're gonna bet that he is, the football is gonna come
He's
back
always
like
in shape,
breathing oxygen.
People called it a tryout, and Sean McVay joked like, "Yeah, he looked pretty good."
Yeah. He said like, yeah, this kid might have a chance of making the team or like
Sean
something
McVay
like
is
that.
a fucking G though, for real. Did you see him on the yacht?
Yeah.
He is jacked. Got a beautiful girlfriend. You know, he's got
Wife.
Sorry,
Wife?
excuse
Yeah.
me. Yeah, they've been married for a long time. No, I'm sorry.
I mean, shit.
Sorry, Mr. Coach.
That's why Goff got traded. He made a joke about his wife. You didn't know that?
He did say he would. Which
That's a rumor. It's a rumor.
Goff has a supermodel girlfriend himself. Like,
Yeah.
But then again, that is locker room talk at its finest, though. You know, a lot of guys start going like Donald Trump, like, "Let me grab him by the pussy." I'm just kidding. Did you see that Donald Trump quote though the other day where he was like, he was talking about the news and like it was framed. He's like, "I like BBC better," and everyone's like, "Wait, what? What do you mean by BBC?"
You could say Donald Trump quote and like literally any word in the English dictionary could come out. And like it's like Mad Gab. It could literally be anything.
Yeah.
And for any offensive coordinator probably going against the Rams defensive line, it's probably going to be the Donald Trump quote. There's no strategy. I have no strategy. But, man, dude, football's right here. The Hall of
can't
Fame
wait.
game is
Can't
tonight. I'm going to be watching Kenny Pickett and Carson Beck have the battle of mid, and I'm going to be having a ton of Coors Banquet right as it's happening. Yes. They've tried to convince me soccer's good. They've tried to convince me basketball's fun. They've tried to convince me that baseball's fun to watch. While they might be, you aren't football though.
Yeah.
You're just not football.
You're not football.
But SummerSlam though, this past weekend was a lot of fun to watch, man. And honestly, you know, I was losing faith in the WWE, but it was a great card, and it reminded me why I love wrestling, though. And the night started out with Liv Morgan retaining her title against, who was it, Io Sky. And, you know, Liv Morgan's coming to Virginia Beach on Monday, and I might try to go there and try to recruit her to come on the show. So,
Yeah, get her on, dude.
the champ of the WWE women's. So it was a great match too. They put on a classic, but the only complaint I guess I'd have is I feel like they invested more time in the main events than I feel like every match could have been longer, but
Yeah.
that was what it was. LA Knight, Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa got a huge pop. Not like LA Knight did when he first came out with his music, but Solo doing the mocking Jay Uso with
That was good. That was
dude,
good.
Solo has been killing it as a solo act, singles act, if you will. Royce Keys showed out. I was very happy to see that. Thank you for that drum roll. I appreciate it. So you wonder how Roman handles the bloodline after losing to a group of Avengers that really just assembled within weeks.
Yeah.
But then again, the Usos and Fatu were never exactly on the same page, so who knows how that storyline goes. And how about shout out to Nick Aldis, man.
Yeah, shout out.
My God. General manager, my ass. He could. I think he still got it after that one.
Oh, 100%.
Now Gunther is the ring general, and that was a tall task, but he looked great, and I would love to see all this wrestle again.
100%.
Get out of the general manager, and he's a great general manager. But man, and that theme song too. Holy shit!
That was it.
I was getting up like, let's go, and I felt like a kid again, where I thought it was real. Honest to God, but. And Fatal Influence beat the Bella Twins and Paige, and the most eventful thing was Nikki Bella turning on Paige, and there's a storyline there because Brie Bella got hurt in the match, and now she can just say, yeah, I beat her up because my sister got hurt and we lost, so fuck that bitch. That's probably what she's thinking. CM Punk should trademark best in the world though, because at 47 years old he is still kicking it, and it was a great match. I mean, some thought it was underwhelming. I thought it was a good match with Cody Rhodes. And the Randy Orton returned, RKO'd Cody Rhodes. Shout out to Randy Orton.
Love Randy,
Thank you.
Love Randy.
Love an RKO out of nowhere. But, CM Punk, best in the world when it comes to in-ring professional wrestling, on the microphone too. And he now is a number one contender. We'll talk about that later. Brock Lesnar has officially retired this time. Hopefully we don't get duped. People thought the match was underwhelming, but he's also almost 50 years old competing in Hell in a Cell. How many people can say that? And Brock is truly a once-in-a-lifetime athlete. The fact he almost even competed made I don't know if he almost made it, but the fact he was even on the Vikings roster, played in preseason games, is incredible. And UFC heavyweight champion at one point in time. Beating Randy Couture in her third fight is crazy. I don't care how he did it. The fact he won is nuts. Yeah. But Obafemi, man, that aura that man's got, and had the face off with Braun Breaker this past Monday night. I'm loving it.
I need that.
I need that. And get Braun out of the vision, please.
Please get him out of that, bro. That, to me, that just slowed him the fuck down.
And shout out to Grayson Waller for cutting the promo on Austin Theory this last Tuesday on NXT, saying that guy sucks, which I'd been saying on this show for months. And Carmelo Anthony stabbed a kid named Austin in high school. He should have stabbed a guy named Austin Theory. That's how much I don't like that guy. But that's another conversation. The Vision is a very goofy group, to say the least.
Yeah.
But, for a 12-minute Hell in a Cell match, got all you could get. And, it was cool to see Brock put over Oba at the end, saying, this is the past, this is the future, and when Brock puts you over like that, it's almost like he's like, yeah, like, because you don't see that out of Brock Lesnar at all. And
anointing the next one.
And we didn't need him to do that because we know what Obafemi is. Mm-hmm. I mean, but it's still cool though. Yeah. And then the next night, it was supposed to be a number one contenders match with Sami Zayn and Finn Balor. And then Nick Aldis comes out and he's like, and here we have Gunther. And I'm like, all right, fuck, we're doing this shit again. He's like, wait, there's one more. I'm like, oh my God, is it going to be Kevin Owens?
Yeah.
1 year after we thought was a career-ending injury, comes out, wins the Fatal 4-Way match, and man, the fact that he was doing the freaking Swanton Bomb after that.
Still moving, man.
It is crazy. Yeah. And he looked good, though. Yeah. Say what you want for a little short fat guy. I mean, he can wrestle. And CM Punk versus Kevin Owens, that's got years of storylines in the making.
Yeah.
And that is going to be amazing. And, I'm just glad to see Kevin Owens back. So shout out to Kevin Owens.
I hate to see it at the expense of Finn Balor, but
I do too. Sammy, though, who cares?
Yeah.
The only complaint I had about SummerSlam, why is Trick Williams losing to Baron Corbin?
Yeah.
I
don't think Baron Corbin's not anybody you should be putting over Trick Williams in
now, if it's to get Trick Williams to the main event scene, cool, I guess, but it should have been losing to like Carmelo Hayes or something like that.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, I like Baron Corbin getting his holy shit, like, oh, I'm back chance, but I don't know. Like, for him to be on the shelf and come out and beat a main event talent like Trick Williams, just wasn't a fan of that person.
Yeah.
But, and probably, the worst match of SummerSlam by far, and outcome.
Did you guys notice? I saw a lot of chatter about the ads being really bad. Was it clogged with ads the whole time
Yes.
that you noticed?
But this isn't. They did that at WrestleMania too.
Okay.
And I think, honest to God, like I thought the Peacock era was bad. I would kill for the Peacock era. Compared ESPN, everything they touch turns to shit. They did not have ads like this. And they let the matches go on longer than they would because like the post show would start whenever, whereas like the post show coverage for ESPN has to be like at 10. So. Yeah, that is what it is. But Lil Yachty's discussing a contract extension with WWE, and that's honestly one of the only celebrities I've liked in the WWE. I think him and Trick go well together.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think he plays that kind of cocky, kind of managerial role type thing well, and I think as he gets more into it, as if he gets that extension, the years go on, I think could be good for sure.
For sure. Yeah, so we'll see. And he's done the full-time schedule well, too. So, and then probably the biggest pop, if not one of the biggest pops at SummerSlam in the last 4 matches that we have left to discover, or dissect, I should say. Chelsea Green, the new interim champion. You deserve it. Yeah, she did. And when B-Fab and Meechin came out, I'm like, oh, crap, we're doing this shit again. And then when she's alone in the ring by herself and then she just sits up, that crowd went crazy. They came unglued. And I thought Charlotte was going to win going into the match because I'm like, you know what? She served her time as a tag team partner. And Rhea versus Charlotte was probably the match to make. But Rhea just had her surgery today. And honestly, forget this interim crap. I think Chelsea should be the full-time champion.
100%.
Because, it just, I don't know, interim champion in WWE just doesn't sound right. But that is what it is. And Rhea's been hurt a lot in the last few years, too. So, and I love Mommy, though. This is not a shot at Mommy because she could kill me. Not real. Well, no, I'm done talking about her. And then the dumbest match. Oh, we knew Danhausen was going to win this shit against Dominic Mysterio. I guess it's good that it wasn't a pinfall and it was a corny match, but Dominic Mysterio was the biggest heel in the company at one point in time. Now he's losing to Danhausen. What are we doing, dog?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't have much to say about Danhausen. I think that's no offense to y'all. I think that's Caucasus humor, and it's just
No, I take offense, dude. How could you?
He's back there about to go, you are cursed.
I'm about to go full caucus on you, dude.
Hey, as long as you're a Chad Gable fan, because him winning the Intercontinental Championship against Penta, which is, I wish that match went on longer. I don't care. He got the win. They got the right call. He got the home crowd pop. The only thing I hated was that root beer mascot getting in there at the end. But who cares? He got to win in front of his home crowd, got a pop. And Penta should be going on to the main event scene now going forward because he's deserved it.
Yeah.
So shout out to and congrats to Chad Gable. Singles champion now. You deserved it as well. And, killed it with the El Grande Americano, who might be taking on Roman Reigns. Oh, spoiled it. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, man, they cooked. Final chapter. It was cool to see. I'm not going to lie, I turned it off before they did the Shield fist bump at the end. Can you imagine the pop of Mox just came out of the crowd, though? And
that would have been insane.
That ain't ever happening, though. But it was a great match, and, even though I'm somewhat of a Roman Reigns hater, even though I shouldn't be, I guess, but, he finally beat Seth Rollins, I guess, so congrats to him. And it was a great match, and capped a great SummerSlam. Probably way better than Night of Champions, way better than WrestleMania. And hopefully the trajectory's up because, teams guys like Motor City Machine Guns are now in AEW, which is incredible, and I'm happy for them, and I hope they do so good in AEW. But, And AEW had been kind of better than WWE this year as far as I'm concerned. But, SummerSlam, they kind of reminded them, like, hey, we're the big dogs still or whatever. Or we're still the number one. I mean, I don't know. I love all professional wrestling in general. And I think it's just cool to see guys, wherever they are, showcase their talents. But and quick shout out to Montez Ford and Bianca Belair. They welcomed a kid on this earth. Awesome. I love them so
Everybody's
much.
popping out babies, huh?
Yeah, come on, boys.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. We got one more coming soon. When's your due date?
March. We're a ways away, but
Oh boy. Oh yeah. Oh wow. So just recently.
yeah.
Life's different now for you, bro.
We're different, dude. I found out. So, my wife on my birthday, my wife gave me a bunch of gifts, obviously, and she's like, "There's one more special gift." And meanwhile, I'm thinking in my head, like, golf club, lingerie, whatever it might be, and it was a pregnancy test, and yeah, it'll be a fun day whenever that happens for you guys.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Like, oh shit.
Gone. But quick few things to end on, because we've talked about a lot and been all over the place. MVP and PFL are partnering together. Can they get Usman or Magomedov back into the PFL? I don't think so. I think he's going to the UFC. And quite frankly, I think this partnership is going to be a disaster. They're going to try and fight the UFC, and it's not going to work. Dana White is just leagues. Like, Jake Paul is like, I'm taking over the fight game now. Like, nah, dog. Nah, it ain't happening, brother. I'm sorry. So, I don't know, fuck Jake Paul. But, what am I missing? Tom Brady was spotted alone on a $20 million yacht by himself. And the question is asked, can money buy you happiness? Is he happy?
Probably not. No. You can have all that, but if you don't got nobody that love you, nigga, it's hard, bro. Yeah. But it at the same time, when you sitting there and you got a chef and you
Yeah.
you on that yacht, though.
I could be probably more sad other places.
Yeah,
but
right.
it's true happiness. Yeah.
Hey, I wish I was in the shoes of Sophie Cunningham right now, just looking at all these transgender athletes saying, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Even though she's not directly saying it at them. And then that Minnesota coach trying to, like, wear the Trans Kids Matter shirt. Like, God, shut up.
And
She's the fucking problem, bro.
problem.
Oh,
And the craziest thing is, what she said, it was about the nicest way that you could say something like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like she bashed him or whatever, but...
Like, all three of us have no business being on a WNBA court. That's just a matter of fact.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even want to dive too deep into that because I'll feel like a retard. And shout out to Arina Sabalenka, the women's tennis player who is #1 in the world for sticking up for Sophie in that regard. I might wear a Sophie Cunningham jersey next time on the show. Fuck the transgenders! But, yeah, we're getting canceled.
And cut. All right, that's a good show.
Am I going to get cut off like last one before we end?
Oh, yeah, go.
I know. I know you guys saw the Perez Hilton TikTok live.
Who? So
I don't even know.
I don't know who he is, but I just saw the video.
My wife showed me. Who is that? Is that Paris Hilton's dad?
That's what I thought.
Is that who it is?
That's what I thought because I was like, oh no, her. And then I saw him. I was like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, no, not whatever, but. Like, I just saw, like, a naked man covered in blood. I thought it was, like, a stunt double or something. But, like, no, he was actually cutting himself on TikTok Live and bathed in blood. And, like, I guess he had a mental health crisis or something like that. And, these people that say that mental health isn't real, like, you look at that guy, like, that's so crazy to say something like that.
I don't mess around with, like, demonic shit, bro.
No.
I think that shit is real.
Pay attention to that shit,
I don't
bro.
even...
Don't even put that in my fucking...
I'm with you.
Crazy, but the next time we shoot the show, will Dr. Fauci be in prison, and will people be popping Viagra because there's a new study that Viagra makes you cancer free, supposedly. I'm just saying what Telegram is telling me, but But I'm going to plead the fifth on that one. Shout out to Dr. Tony Fauci. But it's just, Incredible to be back. I have like such a high right now. The band is officially back together.
Boys are
we got
back.
the couch
Feels good.
set up. And I think I like this couch setup going forward. But man, it's just been so great to talk to you guys. This Saturday, we got, what is it? Mataus Gamrot and Quillan Saw killed headline in the Apex. Hall of Fame game is tonight. I say that as if this episode won't be released days later, and maybe the preseason will be started by then. But whatever. But it's just like football's there, man. College sports, and we might be heading to LSU Ole Miss for a live show. I'm thinking about it, fellas. I don't know if you guys are all up for that, but I think it'll be.
It would be crazy. Yeah. We'll talk offline.
No pressure, buddy. You guys got anything to say, pro, po?
Not much, man. Just, keep watching sports, man. And, yeah, man, just loving it. Like you said, can't wait for football to start. And
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go Cowboys, man.
Absolutely.
Good show. I'm all good.
Good show. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Continue to like, continue to comment, continue to subscribe. Good night, everybody.